Hello, and welcome. I'm Joy, and tonight, I'll be your guide, your companion, your pilot on this journey. Tonight, you won't just listen to English. You'll begin to think in it, feel it, and understand it naturally. This way of learning is different. You don't need to memorize rules. You don't need to translate in your head. You don't need to feel pressure. Instead, you simply listen. And let your mind absorb the rhythm, the meaning, the feeling of English. And as you relax, something powerful begins to happen. Your brain starts building connections quietly. Words begin to feel familiar, sentences begin to flow more easily. So take a slow breath, let your body relax. And allow your mind to become calm and open. There's nothing you need to do, just listen gently. And as we move through conversations, places, and moments together, you'll notice your confidence growing, naturally, without effort. English will begin to feel comfortable, clear, like a part of your own inner voice. So sit back, relax, and let the journey begin. There is a soft feeling of excitement in the air, quiet, but real. Like something special is about to happen. You are standing near a large building by the sea, a cruise terminal, where people move slowly with their bags, their voices calm, their faces relaxed. The ocean stretches out in front of you, wide and blue, and just ahead, you see it, the ship. It is big, elegant, almost like a floating hotel. Its white surface reflects the sunlight, and for a moment, you just look at it, taking it in. You might say quietly, "It's beautiful." Try that again slowly. "It's beautiful." Yes, it really is. There is no rush. People around you walk at an easy pace. Some talking softly, some simply looking around, just like you. A gentle breeze moves through the air, cool against your skin, and you feel calm. You adjust your bag slightly and take a step forward, then another, moving toward the entrance. This is the beginning. At the door, a friendly staff member smiles at you. Their voice is warm and clear. "Good afternoon. Welcome aboard." You hear the words, and they feel easy to understand. You can respond softly, "Good afternoon," or maybe, "Hello." Try that. Hello. Simple, natural enough. They check your ticket and nod gently, then gesture with their hand. You can go right through. Go right through. You hear that phrase, and you understand it. Continue forward. You walk inside, and everything changes. The sound of the outside fades, replaced by soft music and quiet conversations. The air feels cooler, fresh, and there is a soft scent, something clean and pleasant. The space around you opens wide. A large hall stretches out, bright lights above, smooth floors below, and people moving slowly in every direction. You pause for a moment, just to look. Take a moment, notice how that feels. There is no pressure, no stress, just a calm beginning. A voice nearby speaks gently to another guest. "This way, please. This way." You hear it again, and it feels familiar already. You follow the flow of people, moving in the same direction, and soon, you reach a counter. A staff member looks up and smiles. "Welcome. May I see your passport, please?" The words come clearly, not too fast, not too difficult. You can say, "Yes, of course." Try that. "Yes, of course." You hand it over, your movement calm, natural, and for a moment, there is a quiet pause as they check your details. While you wait, you look around again, noticing small things, the gentle lighting, the soft sound of footsteps, the quiet conversations blending together. There is a peaceful rhythm here. You hear your name spoken softly, and your attention returns. Everything is ready, they say, handing your passport back. Enjoy your cruise. Enjoy your cruise. You can repeat that in your mind. Enjoy your cruise. It feels like an invitation, not just a phrase, but a beginning. You smile, maybe just a little, and say, "Thank you." Yes, thank you. Simple words, but they feel good to say. Now, you move forward again, your steps slow and steady as you walk toward the boarding area. There is a soft sound as your shoes touch the floor, and then you step onto a long walkway, leading directly to the ship. The ocean is visible again through the windows, moving gently, shining under the light. You walk along the path, feeling a quiet sense of anticipation, something like excitement, but softer, calmer. Notice that feeling. Excitement, a kind of happy energy about what's coming. You can say it quietly. "I feel excited." Or even, "I think I feel excited." Both feel natural. As you reach the end of the walkway, you step onto the ship itself. And for a moment, everything feels new again. The space is open and elegant, with soft colors, warm lighting, and a calm atmosphere that welcomes you in. A staff member stands nearby, offering directions with a gentle voice. Your room is on Deck 5. Deck 5. You hear the number, and it settles easily in your mind. You might repeat it. Deck 5. Good. There is no hurry. You take a slow breath and begin walking, following the signs, moving deeper into the ship. The hallway is quiet, lined with doors, each one simple and clean. Your steps slow as you look at the numbers, searching, but not in a stressful way, just observing. Then you find it, your room. You pause for a moment, your hand resting lightly on the door handle, feeling the small weight of the moment. This is your space for the journey ahead. You open the door gently and step inside. The room is calm and comfortable, soft lighting, a neatly made bed, and a window that shows the ocean outside. You walk in slowly, placing your bag down, then turning slightly to look around. Everything feels ready, waiting for you. There is a quiet sense of arrival. You might say softly, "I'm here. Try that. I'm here." Yes, you are. You move toward the window and look out, watching the water move gently, endless and calm. Time feels slower here. There is no need to rush, no need to think too much, just this moment, simple and clear. You take another breath, deep and easy, and let your shoulders relax. This is only the beginning, and already, something feels different. Your mind is calmer, your thoughts are softer, and the English you hear, the English you feel, is becoming part of you, naturally, quietly, step by step. Stay here for a moment, just looking out at the ocean, just feeling this calm. The journey has begun. You remain by the window for a quiet moment, watching the ocean move in slow, gentle waves, feeling that calm settle a little deeper inside you. The light reflects on the water, soft and steady, and for a second, it almost feels like time has paused, just for you. Then, slowly, your attention shifts back to the room. There is a quiet curiosity now, a natural desire to explore. You turn slightly, looking at the bed, the small table, the soft curtains that move just a little with the air. Everything feels simple, but also comfortable, like a place where you can rest without thinking too much. You take a small step forward and sit on the edge of the bed, pressing your hand gently into the fabric, soft, just right. You might say quietly, "This is nice." Try that. This is nice. Yes, easy words, but they carry a feeling. After a moment, you stand again, feeling a little more awake now, a little more ready to move. There is something waiting outside this room, something more to see. You walk toward the door, open it gently, and step back into the hallway, where the quiet energy of the ship continues. People pass by slowly, some smiling, some speaking softly, their voices blending into a calm background sound. You begin walking, not too fast, just following the gentle flow. The carpet beneath your feet feels soft, your steps almost silent as you move forward. At the end of the hallway, you see a sign. Elevators. You notice the word elevators. You understand it, a place that takes you up or down. You can say it softly. Elevator. Good. You follow the direction, turning slightly, and soon you arrive at a small waiting area. A few people stand there, relaxed, waiting quietly. One person presses a button, and you hear a soft sound. A light appears. Someone glances at you and gives a small, friendly smile. You return it, just a little, simple and natural. The doors open with a soft movement, and people step inside, one by one. You follow them in, turning slightly to stand comfortably near the side. There is a gentle pause, then the doors close. Inside, the space is quiet. A panel of buttons shows different numbers. Deck 3, Deck 4, Deck 5, Deck 6. You notice the numbers again, and they feel familiar now. Deck 5, your room. But now, maybe you want to explore. You see someone press Deck 10. Deck 10. You can repeat that. Deck 10. Yes, there is a soft movement, and the elevator begins to rise. You feel it gently, a light sensation, smooth and steady. No sudden motion, just a quiet lift upward. For a moment, no one speaks. Then someone says softly, "First time?" The question is simple, friendly, easy to understand. First time, you can respond, "Yes, it is." Try that. "Yes, it is." Or maybe, "Yeah, first time." That works too. Natural, relaxed. The person nods with a small smile. You'll love it. You'll love it. A kind sentence, warm and reassuring. You can say quietly, "I think so." "Yes, I think so." The elevator slows, then stops. The doors open again, and a soft light fills the space from outside. You step out onto a new deck, and immediately, the feeling changes. The space is more open here, brighter, filled with natural light. You walk forward slowly, and then you see it, the open deck. The sky above, wide and clear, and the ocean stretching endlessly around you. A soft breeze touches your face, fresh and cool, carrying the scent of the sea. You step closer to the railing, placing your hand gently on the smooth surface, and look out. There is nothing blocking your view. Just water, sky, and the quiet movement of the ship. Take a moment, notice how that feels. Open, free, calm. You might say softly, "Wow." Or maybe, "This is amazing." Try that. "This is amazing." Yes, let the words come slowly. Nearby, you hear soft footsteps and quiet conversations. Someone laughs gently, another person takes a photo, capturing the moment. A couple stands close together, speaking in low voices. Everything feels peaceful, connected, like everyone is sharing the same calm experience. You lean slightly forward, watching the water move below, the gentle lines forming and disappearing again. It's hypnotic, easy to watch, easy to feel. There is no rush here. No pressure to do anything. Just being here is enough. After a few moments, you hear a voice behind you. "Excuse me." You turn slightly. A staff member stands nearby, holding a tray with drinks, colorful, fresh, inviting. "Would you like something to drink?" The question is clear, simple, polite. "Would you like something?" You can respond easily. "Yes, please." Try that. "Yes, please." Or if you're unsure, "What do you have?" "Yes. What do you have?" The staff member smiles. "We have juice, water, and lemonade." Juice, water, lemonade. You recognize the words familiar and clear. You can choose. "Lemonade, please." Say it slowly. "Lemonade, please." They nod gently and hand you a glass. "Here you go. Here you go." You hear it and understand this is for you. You take the glass, feeling the cool surface in your hand. "Thank you," you say. "Yes, thank you." The words feel natural now, easier than before. You take a small sip, the taste fresh and light, slightly sweet, refreshing. You stand there for a moment longer, holding the glass, looking out at the ocean again. There is a quiet rhythm to everything, the movement of the water, the soft wind, the distant voices. And inside you, something is changing, slowly, gently. The English you hear, the English you speak, it no longer feels separate. It feels like part of the moment. You don't think too much about the words anymore. You just understand and respond naturally. Take a slow breath. Feel that ease. You can say quietly, "I feel good." Or maybe, "I feel really good." Yes, both are right. You stay there a little longer, enjoying the view, the taste of your drink, the calm presence of the moment. And then, gently, without hurry, you begin to walk again, ready to see what else this journey will bring. You begin to walk along the deck, slowly, your hand still lightly holding the glass, the cool drink refreshing with each small sip. The breeze moves around you, soft and steady, and your steps follow a quiet rhythm, unhurried, natural. Ahead, the deck stretches out, with open space, comfortable chairs, and small groups of people enjoying the moment in their own way. Some are sitting back with their eyes closed, letting the sun warm their faces, while others speak in low voices, relaxed, easy conversations that rise and fall like the waves below. You pass by them gently, not interrupting, just observing. There is something peaceful about simply watching. You might say quietly, "It feels calm." Try that. "It feels calm." Yes, that's the feeling here. As you walk further, you notice a small area with tables and shaded seats, a place where people sit with drinks and light food. A soft sound of glasses touching, a quiet laugh, a short conversation. Everything blends into a gentle background. You slow down slightly, your eyes moving from one detail to another, taking it all in without effort. A menu stands near the entrance of the seating area. You pause in front of it, just for a moment, looking at the words. Fresh juice, iced tea, coffee, sandwiches, fruit. The words feel familiar, maybe not all of them, but enough. You understand the meaning through the moment. You can say softly, "I can read this." Try that. "I can read this." Yes, and you are reading it naturally. A staff member stands nearby and notices you. They step a little closer with a warm smile. Would you like to sit? The question comes gently, without pressure. You can respond, yes, I'd like that. Say it slowly. I'd like that. Or even more simply, yes, please. Both feel right. You take a seat by the side, where you can still see the ocean clearly. The chair is comfortable, the shade softens the sunlight, and everything feels just right. The staff member places a small menu in front of you. Take your time, they say quietly. Take your time. You hear the phrase, and you feel it too. There is no hurry here. You look down at the menu again, letting your eyes move slowly across the words. Some items stand out: fruit salad, grilled sandwich, iced coffee. You recognize more now, without trying. There is a quiet confidence growing, small, but real. After a moment, the staff member returns. Are you ready to order? Ready to order. You understand the meaning. They are asking if you want to choose now. You can say, yes, I'm ready. Try that. I'm ready. Or if you want more time, just a moment. Yes, just a moment. But maybe you feel ready. You look up slightly and say, I'll have a fruit salad and iced tea. Let the sentence flow. I'll have a fruit salad and iced tea. Simple, clear, natural. They nod gently. Great choice. Great choice. A small phrase, but it feels nice to hear. You can repeat it softly. Great choice. The staff member leaves, and you sit back slightly, relaxing into the chair. Your hands rest easily, your shoulders loose, your breathing slow and steady. The ocean continues its quiet movement beside you, always there, always calm. A few minutes pass, soft and unmeasured. Then your food arrives. The plate is placed gently on the table, colorful slices of fruit, fresh and bright. The glass of iced tea sits beside it, cool, with small drops of water forming on the outside. Enjoy, the staff member says. Enjoy. You hear it again, a simple invitation. You can say, thank you. Yes, thank you. You pick up a small piece of fruit, bringing it slowly to your mouth, tasting it, sweet, fresh, light. There is no rush in eating, just small bites, small moments. As you sit there, someone at the next table looks over and smiles. Hi, they say softly. You return the smile. Hi. The word comes easily now. Beautiful day, isn't it? They continue, glancing toward the ocean. Beautiful day. You understand, they are sharing the moment with you. You can respond, yes, it really is. Try that. It really is. Or simply, yeah, it's beautiful. Both feel natural. They nod gently, then return to their own space, the conversation light and complete. No pressure to continue, just a small human connection. You return to your food, feeling a little more open now, a little more comfortable. The sounds around you, the voices, the words, they feel easier to follow. You are not trying to understand everything, but you are understanding more. And that feels good. You finish your meal slowly, taking the last sip of your drink, then resting for a moment. There is a soft satisfaction, a quiet sense of being here, fully present. You might say quietly, that was nice. Try that. That was nice. Yes, simple and true. After a while, you stand again, gently pushing the chair back and stepping away from the table. Your body feels relaxed, your mind calm, your steps light. You begin walking again, following the curve of the deck, letting your curiosity guide you. Further ahead, you notice a different area, a space with soft music playing, a little louder than before, but still calm and pleasant. People are gathered there, some standing, some moving slowly to the rhythm, not dancing fully, just swaying gently, enjoying the sound. You pause at the edge, watching for a moment. The music flows through the air, smooth and easy, like the ocean itself. There is no pressure to join, just an invitation. You can stay or move on, both are fine. For a moment, you simply listen. The rhythm, the soft beat, the gentle melody. You might say quietly, "I like this. Try that. I like this." Yes, let the words match the feeling. A person nearby turns slightly toward you. "Nice music, right?" they say. "Nice music." You understand immediately. You can respond, "Yeah, it's nice." Or, "I like it." Yes, both are easy, natural yours. They smile, then turn back to the music. And you remain there for a moment longer, just listening, just feeling. The journey continues, not with big moments, but with small, quiet experiences, each one adding something new. And as you stand there, in this soft music, with the ocean nearby and the gentle voices around you, you begin to feel something deeper, not just comfort, but confidence. A quiet sense that you can be here, understand, respond, and simply exist in this language without effort. Take a slow breath. Let that feeling settle. You are doing this naturally, step by step, moment by moment. And the journey is still unfolding. You remain near the music for a little while, letting the soft rhythm move through you, not thinking too much, just feeling the moment as it passes gently. Then, slowly, your attention shifts again. There is more to see, more to experience. You take a quiet breath and begin to walk away from the music area, your steps unhurried, your mind calm and open. The path leads you back inside the ship, where the light becomes softer, warmer, and the sounds change again. Now, you hear a low hum of conversation, the soft clink of glasses, and footsteps moving across smooth floors. The space feels elegant, comfortable, like a place where people come to relax and enjoy their time. As you walk forward, you notice a sign near a wide entrance. Lounge and Cafe. You pause for a moment, looking at the words. Lounge, the place to sit and relax. Cafe, a place for coffee, drinks, light food. You understand the feeling of the place before even stepping inside. You might say quietly, "Let's go in." Try that. Let's go in. Yes, simple and natural. You step inside. The lighting is soft, golden, and the space is filled with comfortable chairs, small tables, and quiet groups of people enjoying their conversations. A gentle music plays in the background, slower than before, almost like a soft piano, something that lets you relax even more. You walk a few steps in, then slow down, looking for a place to sit. A staff member approaches with a calm smile. "Good evening. Would you like a table?" "Good evening." You hear the greeting, and it feels familiar now. You can respond, "Good evening." Try that. "Good evening." Then continue, "Yes, please." Yes, smooth, easy. They gesture gently with their hand and guide you to a small table near the window. "This one is free. This one is free." You understand, available, ready for you. You sit down, the chair soft and comfortable, and take a small breath as your body relaxes again. A menu is placed in front of you. Here you go. You hear it again, that simple phrase, and now it feels very familiar. You can nod slightly. Thank you. Yes, natural, without thinking. The staff member waits for a moment. Can I get you something to drink? The question is gentle, open. You look at the menu briefly, scanning the words. Coffee, cappuccino, herbal tea, sparkling water. You recognize more now, without effort. There is a quiet confidence growing stronger. You look up and say, I'll have a cappuccino. Try that. I'll have a cappuccino. Or even, cappuccino please. Both feel right. They nod. Of course. And then they step away, leaving you in the soft calm of the lounge. You sit quietly, looking around, noticing the small details again. A couple speaking softly, someone reading a book. A quiet laugh from across the room. Everything feels gentle, slow, like time is moving differently here. After a short while, your drink arrives. The cup is placed carefully in front of you, warm, with a soft layer of foam on top. Here's your cappuccino. Here's your... You hear the phrase again, and it feels easy now. You can respond, thank you. Yes, simple, natural, yours. You lift the cup slowly, taking a small sip. Warm, smooth, slightly bitter, but comforting. You might say quietly, that's good. Try that. That's good. Yes, let the feeling match the words. As you sit there, someone approaches your table gently. Excuse me, is this seat taken? Is this seat taken? You understand, they are asking if they can sit. You can respond, no, it's free. Try that. It's free. Or, no, go ahead. Yes, both are natural. They smile and sit down across from you. Thanks, they say. You nod slightly. You're welcome. You're welcome. A useful phrase, soft, polite. There is a small pause, not uncomfortable, just quiet. Then they speak again. Are you enjoying the cruise? Enjoying the cruise. You understand the question clearly. You can answer, yes, I am. Try that. Yes, I am. Then maybe add, it's really nice. Yes, it's really nice. They smile. Yeah, it's very relaxing. Relaxing. You hear the word, and you feel it too. You can repeat it softly. Relaxing. Yes, exactly. You both sit there for a moment, sharing the calm, sipping your drinks. Then they ask, where are you from? The question is simple, very common. Where are you from? You can answer naturally. I'm from, and say your place. Try it quietly. I'm from. Let it come naturally. They nod with interest. Oh, nice. Nice, the simple response, but friendly. You might ask back, and you? Yes. And you? Short, natural, easy to say. They respond, and a small conversation begins to form, gentle, without pressure. You don't need perfect sentences, just simple words, clear meaning, a calm exchange. You notice something important here. You are listening, understanding, responding. Not perfectly, but naturally, and that is enough. The conversation continues for a few minutes, then slowly fades, not because of discomfort, but because it feels complete. Nice talking to you, they say with a soft smile. Nice talking to you. You can respond, nice talking to you too. Try that. Nice talking to you too. Yes, smooth, friendly, complete. They stand and leave quietly, and you remain at the table, finishing your drink. There is a soft feeling inside, something like quiet pride, but calm, not loud. You did it. You spoke, you understood, you connected. You can say that softly. I did it. Try that. I did it. Yes, you did. You take one last sip, then place the cup down gently. The lounge remains calm. The music's soft, the atmosphere steady and warm. After a moment, you stand again, feeling a little more confident now. A little more at ease in everything around you. You begin to walk toward the exit, your steps slow, your mind relaxed, your awareness open. As you step back into the hallway, the journey continues. But now, something has changed. The language around you, the conversations, the small interactions. They feel less distant, more familiar, more yours. Take a slow breath. Notice that feeling. You are not just listening anymore. You are part of it. You step out of the lounge and into the quiet hallway again. The soft lighting guiding your path as you walk forward with a steady, relaxed pace. Something feels different now. Your steps are the same, the surroundings are the same, but inside, there is a new ease, a quiet confidence that moves with you. You are no longer just observing everything. You are part of it. You continue walking, passing a few people along the way, and this time, when someone looks at you and smiles, you return it more naturally, without hesitation. A small moment, but it feels meaningful. You might say quietly, "That felt easy." Try that. That felt easy. Yes, that did. Ahead, the hallway opens into a larger space, brighter, more active than before. There is a gentle energy here, people moving in different directions, some talking, some laughing softly, some simply walking with purpose. You slow down slightly, taking it in. A sign above catches your attention. Evening activities, Deck 8, evening activities. You understand the idea, things to do, things to enjoy. You can say softly, "Let's see. Try that. Let's see." Yes, simple, curious, open. You follow the direction toward Deck 8. Walking with a natural rhythm, not rushing, just moving forward. This time, when you reach the elevator, everything feels familiar. You don't stop to think too much. You press the button, wait calmly. And when the doors open, you step inside with quiet confidence. No hesitation. A person stands beside you and glances over. Going up, they ask. Going up. You understand immediately. You can respond easily. Yes, to Deck 8. Try that. To Deck 8. Yes, clear and natural. They nod and press the button for you. Me too, they say. Me too. A simple phrase, but useful. You can repeat it softly. Me too. The elevator begins to move, and this time, the silence inside feels comfortable, not uncertain. You are used to this now. When the doors open, you step out without thinking, your body moving naturally, your mind calm and present. Deck 8 feels lively, but still relaxed. Soft lights, gentle music, and small groups of people gathering around different areas. You notice a small desk near the entrance, where a staff member stands with a list. People approach, ask questions, receive directions. You feel a small curiosity, and instead of just watching, you walk toward it. Step by step, calm and steady. When it's your turn, the staff member looks up with a friendly expression. Good evening. How can I help you? How can I help you? You understand the question clearly now. And this time, you respond without overthinking. What's happening tonight? Try that. What's happening tonight? Yes, smooth, natural yours. The staff member smiles. We have live music, a movie later, and a dance session. Live music, a movie, a dance session. You listen, and the meaning comes easily. You nod slightly. Sounds good. You say? Try that. Sounds good. Yes, relaxed, confident. They gesture toward the different areas. Music is that way. The movie starts at 9. You follow the direction with your eyes, then nod again. Thank you. Yes, simple, clear. And you mean it. You walk toward the music area, your steps light, your posture open. There is no tension now, just curiosity and ease. The music is a little more lively here, still soft, but with a stronger rhythm. People stand in small groups, some swaying gently, some talking while the music plays in the background. You move closer, not stopping at the edge this time, but stepping into the space. You are part of it now. A person nearby looks at you and smiles. Hi again, they say. Maybe you recognize them, maybe not. But the moment feels familiar. You smile back. Hi. No hesitation. How are you enjoying it? They ask. Enjoying it. You respond naturally. I really like it. Try that. I really like it. Yes, clear, confident, real. They nod. Yeah, it's great. Great. You can feel the word now, not just understand it. The music continues, and for a moment, you simply stand there, letting yourself relax into the environment. Then, slowly, you begin to move just a little, a small shift of your body, a gentle rhythm with the music. Nothing big, nothing forced, just natural, and it feels okay. You might say quietly, I feel comfortable. Try that. I feel comfortable. Yes, that's the feeling. After a while, you step away from the music, not because you need to, but because you want to explore more. Your choices feel easier now. You walk toward another area, where a screen is set up, people beginning to gather for the movie. A few empty seats are available. You approach one and pause slightly. Then turn to the person next to it. Is this seat free? Try that. Is this seat free? Yes, smooth, confident. They nod. Yes, it is. You smile. Thanks. You sit down, settling into the chair comfortably. The screen lights up softly, and people begin to quiet down. The atmosphere becomes calm again, but this time, it feels familiar, like something you belong to. You sit back, your body relaxed, your mind at ease. You understand the announcements, the small conversations around you, the simple words passing between people. You are not trying anymore. You are just understanding. Take a slow breath. Notice that feeling. You can say softly, I understand. Try that. I understand. Yes, you do. The movie begins, the lights dim slightly, and you let yourself settle into the experience. Not just watching, but feeling present, connected, calm. And somewhere inside, quietly, naturally, your English is flowing, without effort, without pressure. Becoming part of you. The light from the screen moves gently across the room. Soft colors shifting, quiet sounds filling the space as the movie continues. You sit back in your seat, your body relaxed, your breathing slow and steady. Around you, people are quiet now, focused, calm, sharing this moment without speaking. There is something peaceful about it. Not just the movie, but the feeling of being here, at ease, without effort. You watch for a while, following the story, understanding more than you expect, not every word, but enough to feel it. And that is what matters. You might say quietly, I get it. Try that. I get it. Yes, simple, but meaningful. Time passes gently, not measured, not rushed. And as the movie comes to an end, the screen slowly fades to black and the soft lights begin to return. People stretch slightly, some smile, some speak in low voices again, the quiet energy slowly coming back. You remain seated for a moment, not in a hurry to move, just letting the experience settle inside you. Take a slow breath. Notice how you feel now. Calm, comfortable, a little more confident than before. You can say softly, "I feel good," or maybe, "I feel calm." Yes, both are true. After a moment, you stand, your movement slow and easy, and begin to walk out of the seating area with the others. The hallway feels softer now, quieter, as the evening begins to settle into night. Lights are dimmer, footsteps slower, conversations more gentle. You walk without thinking too much, just following the natural path, your body knowing where to go. There is no pressure anymore. Everything feels familiar. You pass by a window, and something draws your attention. The ocean. You stop. Outside, the water is darker now, deep blue, almost black, with small reflections of light dancing across the surface. The sky above is wide and open, a few stars visible, quiet and distant. You stand there, looking out, your hand resting lightly against the glass. Take a moment. Just look, just breathe. There is a deep calm here, a stillness that feels almost complete. You might say softly, "It's peaceful." Try that. It's peaceful. Yes, that's exactly it. Peaceful. Your mind feels clear, your thoughts slow, your body at ease. And somewhere inside, you notice something else. The words, the sentences, the sounds of English. They no longer feel like something outside of you. They feel closer now, more natural, more yours. You didn't force it. You didn't struggle. You just listened, felt, experienced. And slowly, quietly, something changed. You can say it gently. "I can do this." Try that. "I can do this." Yes, you can. You turn away from the window, your steps soft as you begin walking back toward your room. The hallway is nearly empty now, just a few people passing by, their voices low, their movements calm. You reach your door, pausing for a brief moment, your hand resting on the handle again, just like before. But now, the feeling is different, more familiar, more certain. You open the door and step inside. The room welcomes you back, quiet, comfortable, unchanged, yet somehow new. You place your things down gently, then move toward the bed, sitting for a moment before lying back slowly. Your body sinks into the softness, your muscles relaxing, your breath deepening. The faint sound of the ocean surrounds you, steady, calming, like a quiet rhythm in the background. You close your eyes for a moment, not to sleep yet, but just to feel. Feel the calm. Feel the quiet confidence. Feel the gentle presence of everything you experienced today. You walked, you listened, you spoke, you understood. Not perfectly, but naturally, and that is enough. More than enough. You can say softly, "I did well." Try that. "I did well." Yes, you did. There is nothing more to do now. No need to think, no need to try. Just rest in this feeling, this calm, this quiet sense of progress. Take one more slow breath. Let it go gently. And allow this peaceful moment to stay with you just a little longer. This is the Orbital English, where we explore and learn English gently and naturally. Take a slow breath and let this calm feeling stay with you a little longer. You've done something meaningful today. You listened, you felt, you learned. And slowly, quietly, your English is becoming a part of you. Thanks for your time. It's been a delight. What should we explore next? Comment, share, and save your insight. Subscribe to Orbital English and keep your thoughts bright.